I would like to recap some of the pointers that I've brought up. And in fact, it's very important because whatever that was predict, seriously, it actually played out in last year, 2020, and all the way to now. So in 24th of March 2020, I spoke at the launch of Copper at Newton on 3 strategies for savvy property investors. So a little bit on what I've learned in the last 2 decades in investing in the Singapore property market. I talk about time, trends, and techniques. And also that was actually during the start of the COVID-19. But after the COVID-19 circuit breaker period, on the 10th of October, I did another sharing, okay, to the Property Weekends consumer on the topic location. My prediction is low interest rate or falling interest rate will boost price and sales volume. Because I've gone through that era where the interest rate came down sharply. And that was during the past crisis like plunge. I saw an opportunity and I share with all the audience out there, take good use of the opportunity of low interest rate. Okay?
Okay.
Okay, great. So the low interest rate environment promotes boosts property price and sales volume. So the second recap is, will transaction volume rise after the crisis? So based on my experience, the answer is yes. Because that during the SARS and the global financial crisis, when transaction volume actually plunged during that crisis. But eventually when the crisis is over, there was big returns in transaction volume. But in this case, the fact is, right now, transaction volume has already rebounded even before the crisis is over. Actually, after circuit breaker, there was a very strong rebound in transaction volume, especially in May and June last year. And there's another recap on property prices. Will it rise after the crisis? So based on my past observation, during crisis time when property investors anchor themselves in the property market, they actually gain great opportunities. So right now in the year 2020, is it still applicable? So the fact is property price have already appreciated after circuit breaker. You know, property trends is like this. From point A to point B, whether is it going up or coming down is quite obvious. That's called a trend line. So for this kind of trend line is called uptrend because the number of times of going up, all right, is stronger than the number of times that is coming down. So we look at the last 10 quarters after quarter 2, 2018 cooling measure that was introduced by our government. The property market has been very strong. 7 out of 10 times is up and only 3 quarters is down. So if you put it all these numbers into let me move on to can everybody hear me until here?
Yes, at this moment. Earlier was a bit hang. Now
okay,
no.
Good. Can everybody still can hear me? Good.
Yep.
Okay, let's talk about One Bernam. All right, One Bernam is our story tonight. So over here, One Bernam is a mixed-use development. And in this mixed-use development, there are altogether 35 stories. And in level 1 and level 2 is dedicated to commercial use. And all these details, our leadership team will be able to share with you. And the clubhouse is located at level 4. Similarly, for the leisure tech of One Bernam is also at level 4. At level 34, there is the tatami deck and leisure lifestyle within the heart of the city. So I'm not actually going into the details of the project itself. Okay, let me go into One Bernam pricing and place. Okay. Okay, shall I continue? Okay, let's talk about the pricing analysis. All right, right entry price will determine your future exit profit or loss. So in One Bernam, if we take a look at where it is situated, it is at CCR District 2. Okay, and in CCR itself, these are the past performance. CCR last 15 years have experienced 159% growth. And over the last 10 years is 23% growth. For the last 5 years is 13% growth. Something interesting about this part of CCR in District 2 is it outperformed overall CCR. So District 2, which is a part of the CCR, okay, over the last 15 years, almost experienced 300% growth. And over the last 10 years, 60% growth. And last 5 years is 47% growth. So what this means is One Bernam is situated in District 2. It is in a location with excellent growth performance. So let me introduce One Bernam and what are the comparable projects and their selling prices. Okay, over here in District 2, we can see the recent new launches such as Warwick Residences and Sky Everton. Their averaging selling price is about 2,955 per square foot. Okay, moving on to near CBD CCR recent new launch. Besides Warwick Residences like Midtown Bay and the M, this is averaging 2,970 PSF. So if we tabulate and put onto a table here to show you what is CCR new launch average price, currently all the new homes in CCR is averaging 2,865 PSF. These are the average selling price from July last year till February this year. So it's very current. Okay, and this is what I have to tell you about Bernam. One Bernam was purchased at a land cost of 1,463 per square foot per plot ratio. So what do I mean by that? Okay, which means the developer bought this plot of land from government, all right, because it's through public tender government land sales, GLS, on Bernam Street. So the developer bought this at a tender sales price of almost 441 million. So that translates to 1,463 land rate. Okay, so if it's 1,463 per square foot per plot ratio, the developer will not be selling you at 1,463 per square foot per plot ratio, right? So they have to make profit and they have to add in all the cost of construction. So based on what we have researched, HProp, one of the writer says, interview an analyst from another agency. They predict that the selling price is around 2,430 per square foot, assuming 15% profit margin. All these are estimated, but seriously, up to now, we do not have a definite selling price right now, but we have actually got the estimated selling price to be from starting 25xx PSF. Okay, starting 25xx PSF. So look at the neighboring land sales. Okay, so beside the government land sales that is where One Bernam is sitting, next to it there was an en bloc sales at Realty Center, which is a commercial building. So this was this commercial building Realty Center in Tanjong Pagar, okay, was sold for 148 million. And this makes you this building itself, though it's commercial, the developer plans to develop a mixed-use building, and it should be launching soon. But let me tell you this, based on what we calculate, the land cost of Realty Center is already estimated at 2004 PSF, excluding development charge. So even the land cost itself is almost close to the launch price of Bernam, which is, just next to each other. So that is something that you need to observe. Okay, so One Bernam has the lowest land costs among all the rest of the upcoming project in CCR, Core Central Region. So these are the Core Central Region land cost summary. All right, so around me to show you this. So One Bernam is highlighted in red bar, and it means that it is bought at the lowest land cost. So with that, One Bernam price quantum is shown here, and our research team actually put in the quantum of 1 bedroom and 2 bedroom, comparing to the nearby new launch such as the Landmark and also One Bernam, but they are in different districts. So the Landmark is in District 3 and One Bernam is also in District 3. So One Bernam is a District 2. So 1 bedroom in One Bernam starts from 1.01 million and 2 bedrooms 1.62 million. Okay, as compared to the nearby new launches. So you can see it is quite a attractive quantum. The land cost of future plots are likely to be high. Well, just take a look at what is surrounding One Bernam. Okay, across the road, which is the I Raja Expressway, it's the Greater Southern Waterfront. Well, I'll go into that. I will go more into that later when I talk about the catalyst of growth. Okay, and on the side, you can see that there is Marina Bay. So Marina Bay, there is a lot of sites that is coming for sales and development. So the land cost of all these future plots are likely to be high. And what this means is that future development launch price in this location will not be lower as land costs are going to be higher. Okay, so is everybody still with me? Are you with me?
Yes.
Great. Otherwise, I will have to look at the chat to be chatting with you guys, huh? Okay, so good. Let's move on to the second analysis that I want to talk about this evening, which is on place. Okay, so we need when we put in so much investment dollar into property, besides knowing that we are getting a good deal, we have to be very sure that the location that we anchor our hard-earned money is a good place. So location, it's true. It's always so important for any real estate buyer and investor. So let me share with you what are the catalysts of growth. Now, as the word implies, catalyst means is something, a substance that can cause chemical reaction. But in this case, I'm talking about explosion in terms of growth. So catalyst is in that context. So what are the things that is equivalent to a catalyst? I would say something that is of change, something that is of transformation, from an old to a new, and that will cause change. Okay, then there is a catalyst. So in this case, there are quite a lot of things that's coming to this part of Singapore. Okay, namely this five: CBD Master Plan White Sites, Greater Southern Waterfront CBD 3.0. Next, Sentosa Brani Master Plan, followed by MRT Circle Line extension, and also SGH campus master plan. So can you give me a sign that you know all these things, or you don't know all these things? Put in the chat group. Don't know, say don't know. No, yes. Thank you for your hand. Yeah, thank you for your yes. Some you know, huh? Some don't know. Very good. Okay, I'm great. Glad to communicate with you. Okay, these are the 5 catalysts. So let me go through one by one. Okay, let me begin with the first one, because this will indeed tell you something about this location. Okay, CBD master plan, white sites. Okay, over in this part of Singapore, Anson. Okay, it's not a person name. It's a planning area. In fact, it is a sub-zone within downtown core. Okay, it's a sub-zone within downtown core. And One Bernam is in the center of Anson. So Anson, according to URA master plan, will transform mixed-use urban neighborhood into a live-in community with active street 24/7, very vibrant public space. So that is what is written in the master plan. Okay, master plan is published by URA. So something about this place that we need to know. There will be more shops, and there will be more outdoor living space for community interaction. So it's going to be a very vibrant place. Currently, it's quite quiet, okay, but in the master plan, it is one of the downtown location to be redeveloped. And there is also quite a number of nearby CBD white site for future development. So what is the definition of white site? White sites are intended for use mainly for commercial, hotel, residential, sports, and recreational and other compatible use, or a combination of 2 or more of such use of mixed development. So there are many of these white sites that is yet to be developed. So if you can follow me here, you see all these dotted line. Within the dotted line itself, all these plot of land are white site. That means they can be anything. It can be residential, commercial, hotel, it can be anything. So it's flexibility for development. Okay. And if you were to recall, there was a white site that is in Tanjong Pagar that was developed by Krakow Land, and it is known as Krakow Tower. So there was a white site that was done and developed before. So can you imagine there's only one white site in Tanjong Pagar that is developed by Krakow Land? You can see that on the right side, there's so many white sites that is yet to be developed. You know, similarly to Krakow Tower, there's so many Krakow Towers that is in all these, fill up all these white sites, there's a lot of tall towers that is coming up. So Anson subzone is just a stone throw away from all the white sites for future developments. So what are the catalyst effect of white site development? Okay, this is something that we want to study tonight. What is the catalyst effect of white site development? Okay, let's do a case study at Tanjong Pagar. Since I talked about Krakow Land development in this Tanjong Pagar area, so that white site was developed into Tanjong, this Krakow Tower, okay, back a few years ago. And that was opened in 2016. So this white site that is developed into Krakow Tower is the only skyscraper exempted from the height restriction of 280 meters. So you can see the flexibility of white site. 280 meters equals to 66-story, example, UOB Plaza. So actually there's no height restriction of that. And over in Krakow Tower, there is 890 square feet of grade A office space. And besides, there's also hotel, residence, which is Warwick residence, retail, and green space. Okay, so much is said. What's more important is this. It's a white site, it's a tall tower. And what are the catalyst effect for nearby home? So we did a study on this. When Graco Tower was opened in 2016, what are the effects on the nearby condominium? And these are all resale condominium. So we pick up some of these projects that is very near to Graco Tower and put into a basket. Okay, and such as Icon, Altes, Sky Suite at Anson, and Lumia. And One Bernam is just nearby, right? So they are all quite near to this white site at Graco Tower. So we did a case study here on what is the opening effect in 2016 when Graco Tower is open. So the white site was under construction. Before that, okay, since 2013 to 2016, it was under construction. But during then, in District 2, pricing has been on the downtrend. In fact, over the last 3 years before 2016, price was down about 11.91%. One of the main factors why price was down then is because of government stringent cooling measure that was introduced in 2013. Okay, however, the good news is during the opening of that white site, which is Graco Tower in 2016, price actually went up quite fierce, which is like 17.51% in 2 years for all this basket of property, Icon, Altes, Sky Suite, Anson, and Lumia. So can you see the opening effects of commercial development in white sites that is like tall power, influencing on the surrounding condominium price? What about this? Will One Bernam benefit from CBD master plans, many white site development effects? So it is so near to so many white site future developments. Don't you think it will also support and boost the future resale price of One Bernam if you are a One Bernam owner? Right? I want to congratulate you because you are buying something that is near white site catalyst that will boost and support its price. Okay, second catalyst that I want to talk about is Greater Southern Waterfront CBD 3.0. Hey, do you guys know what I'm talking about, CBD 3.0? Have you heard about this CBD 3.0 thing? Okay, tell you what, I love my job. Because of my job of coming here to present to you consumer seminar, I'm able to do research together with my research guys at the back room. And wow, there was something called CBD 3.0 that I would like to share with you this evening. So please lend me your ear. But before that, please lend PM Lee your ear in his National Day rally speech on 18th of August 2019 about the Greater Southern Waterfront.
Business is good. The port has been very successful. It's growing. It's reaching its limits. So we are building a new port in Tuas. Bigger, more efficient. Almost double the present capacity. And then we can stay a hub port and make sure the business stays here. And when this is done, we can move from Tanjong Pagar to Tuas. Starting 2027, when the port's leases expire, and when they move to Tuas, you will free up the prime land in Tanjong Pagar. And there, we can build a southern waterfront city. This is a satellite picture, so you can see it all on one screen, but it's a huge area. It's 1,000 hectares, 2.5 times the size of Marina Bay, all the way from Shenton Way to Pasir Panjang, from the east all the way to the west.
Thank you, PM Lee, for your wonderful speech on 18 August 2019. So One Bernam is located beside Greater Southern Waterfront. It is at the edge of Keppel and Tanjong Pagar Terminal. So if you look at the slide here, there's a star that I have placed. It's at the edge, right, of the Greater Southern Waterfront Growth area. Okay, can all you guys hear me? Can, huh?
Yes, we can hear you.
Pretty clear. Okay, good. So let me move on to the super growth area of Greater Southern Waterfront. It's going to happen in the next 5 to 10 years when the ports that is in the Pulau Brani and also the city terminus, it will be moving to Tuas. And Pasir Panjang terminal are also all moving to Tuas. So once the next 5 to 10 years, all these ports is moved over to Tuas, guess what? It will free up all this plot of land for future development. So the new CBD district that is mentioned in the URA Master Plan 2019 provides a 24/7 lifestyle destination to live, work, and play. So there are wider diversity of use and more city living options. And the highlights here is in the greater southern waterfront. Listen to this. There will be a CBD called 3.0. And this research paper was done by Colliers on the 8th of March 2018. Says that in the CBD area, originally there was one that is CBD 1.0. Okay, CBD 1.0 is like once upon a time there is a Shenton Way. So that is CBD 1 and Raffles Place. Then the government introduced CBD 2.0. So that is like Marina Bay Financial Center, Marina Bay. And then CBD 3.0, it is the Greater Southern Waterfront. So as you can see from the right side of the slide, the One Bernam, that star, is at the edge of the Greater Southern Waterfront. Actually, is within the CBD and Marina Bay extension. Okay, so it will write the expansion plan in this location. So this is what I'm trying to tell you. Central Business District CBD 1.0 is like in the 80s of Shenton Way, 1980 Shenton Way, all the way to 2020 Shenton Way. Okay, for the last 40 years, so much have changed. But this CBD have actually expanded to Marina Bay. In year 2000, it looks like this. And in 2020, it looks like this. Okay, now we have this 2020 Tanjong Pagar District Park and City Terminal. So what is the future of CBD 3.0? Okay, this is where I'm coming from. This is something that we need to study further. And by doing so, we have to reflect what actually happened during the previous CBD. And the nearest CBD that we can reflect is CBD 2.0. And that is Marina Bay. Okay, so when CBD 2.0 was introduced, what are the effects on nearby condos? So, Marina Bay Sands is CBD 2.0. And Marina Bay Financial Center is also part of that CBD 2.0. And the nearby condominium that we have extracted and put in that basket for this analysis is the sale at Marina Bay Suites, and also Marina Bay Residences. The case study shows that during that announcement in first quarter 2005, where Marina Bay MBS is announced, okay, the price that is in the PSF national level island-wide in that locations for this basket of property, okay, for this condo basket is 960 PSF. So it increased by 34.27% in 1 year. Can you imagine? That kind of news, that kind of growth is catalyst, right? Isn't it? It's really explosion. Then in third quarter 2006, MBFC was announced. Marina Bay Financial Center was announced. And at that point, the median price is 1,289 for this basket of property. That's quarter 3, 2006. And over a period of 5 years, property price have increased by 70.6% until a median price of 2,199 PSF in quarter 1, where Marina Bay Sands actually opened. And it went out another 30% more in the next 2 years when MBFC grand opening. Okay, that was second quarter 2013. So as you can see, CBD 2.0 does has effect on nearby condominiums and private residential. So my question is, will the future Greater Southern Waterfront CBD 3.0 benefit One Bernam that is similar to CBD 2.0 benefiting all the Marina Bay's condominium? The answer to me is quite obvious. government has a big plan in Greater Southern Waterfront. And they're going to do CPD 3.0. And that CPD 3.0, the most likely place is opposite One Bernam. So definitely there is a catalyst effect to One Bernam. Okay, next up is the Sentosa Brani Master Plan. Now, I would like to share about this master plan here, which is also so close to One Bernam. Okay, but let me show you what URA have for you.
Singapore's iconic leisure destination to its next phase of growth. Located close to the CBD and emerging Greater Southern Waterfront, the integration of Sentosa and Pulau Brani creates exciting opportunities for the precinct. In Brani's new waterfront park, markers will be placed to remember the island's port heritage. State-of-the-art attractions will sit within a new futuristic discovery park. The vibrant cluster will invite a new generation of attraction goers, with the island heart taking center stage. Guests can stroll through a range of interesting outdoor and indoor attractions, enveloped in a lush tropical landscape and experience. Arriving at the island heart, guests will be greeted by views of Mount Serapong, framed by iconic architecture. Take a break under shaded alfresco dining areas. Alfresco dining areas and see outdoor performances spill onto the water's edge. Attractions and play spaces inspired by the reef will encourage exploration and discovery. Sheltered walkways allow comfortable outdoor journeys around the water's edge, linking attractions set against the backdrop of Sentosa's forested ridge.
All right, so much about Sentosa Brani Master Plan. You know, all these you can go into URA website and start clicking on their videos. You will enjoy all this video. But what I'm trying to show you this evening is that Brani Island and Sentosa Island is going through a big rejuvenization. So that is like an old property going through renovation or going through a reconstruction. So Sentosa has been around for a long time, and there's also a lot of resorts and hotels and also luxury properties and golf courses and so on. So it has been around and have not done renovation for some time. So the URA has decided they want to do something about Sentosa Island. And at the same time in Brani Island, which you can see all that cranes and so on. So they are going to, the URA has planned to redevelop all these places. And all these are tourist attraction. So what will come about is a catalyst effect to nearby property. So Sentosa Brani Master Plan, it's a super growth catalyst. Let me tell you this, it's only 1.7 kilometers away from One Bernam. So that effects can be felt strongly once that Pulau Brani start work. Okay, so let me go to the fourth of 3 more stations that will connect Marina Bay to Harbourfront. And that is Prince Edward Road Station, Cantonment Station, and Keppel Station. Okay, so where is One Bernam? One Bernam is only 190 meters away from Prince Edward Station. It's very near. Can you imagine what is 200 meters? Okay, go to any of the neighborhood stadium. One round in the stadium is 400 meters. So 200 meters is half the round. If you are walking 200 meters in the stadium, is 2 minutes. Okay, so it's only 2 minutes walk to Prince Edward Station. But currently, there is an existing MRT station, which is Tanjong Pagar MRT station. It's about 300 meters away from One Bernam. So connectivity is there right now, but better connectivity is coming. Because Circle Line Circle Line 6 extension will close up the loop for this circle. Okay, so Circle Line is really a circle. Take a look at this. It's really a circle. So from Prince Edward, now we can take a train to Marina Bay, right? And it's only like 2 minutes. And from and to Paya Lebar, and all this circle is business notch. Okay, business notch. So all these business notch are like the regional and sub-regional center. Okay, which means you could have invested in One Bernam and you could have a tenant that works in other business districts like Paya Lebar, like Serangoon, Bishan, One North, Labrador Park. And all these only takes minutes to reach by Circle Line. So this is connectivity. This is convenience to homeowners and also tenants. So what are the effects of new MRT station opening on nearby private homes? So right now, if you do a purchase for One Bernam, there is what is the future catalyst when Prince Edward Station is open, because it's not open yet now. So what if next time it's open? Is there any positive effect? So let's do a study again, and this time we do a case study on the opening of Downtown Line. Remember Downtown Line? So not too long ago, Downtown Line was open in December 2015. Okay, in December 2015, it was open. And let's do a study at King Albert Park MRT station. And what are the effects on condominium that is within 300 meters away from King Albert Park MRT station? Okay, so King Albert Park is part of the Downtown Line opening station. So if I do a 300-meter radius here, these are all the stars that represent the location of the other condominiums that's within this 300 meter. Got it? So it's very near to King Albert Park Station. And when King Albert Park Station opened in December 2015, okay, this is what I have for you. Property price actually rebounded 14.75% over a period of 3 years after the Downtown Line station is open. But before it is open, can you imagine actually in Bukit Timah, this area, when the construction of Downtown Line is still underway, the prices have actually fallen by 4.62% over the last 3 years. So truly, the opening of MRT station has a positive effect and a catalyst for growth. And what about Prince Edward Road Station? MRT Prince Edward Road Station Circle Line 6 extension, the year of operation is 2025. And coincidentally, One Bernam is also estimated TOP 2025. So won't you think that this will also be a good catalyst for One Bernam? And possibly at TOP, there is a TOP premium because of Prince Edward Station. So what do you think? Will One Bernam enjoy the great growth effect of Prince Edward similar to King Albert? What do you think? Hey guys, in the chat group, can you tap smiling face? You know, the research team actually took some time to think about this. This is a King Albert Park station. That is a Prince Edward Road station. So this is really royal family MRT station. So we took the effort to extract out the crowns of the kings and the prince. Don't you think that they will have the same royal welcome? Definitely, the prince and the king's effect will come this way to One Bernam. Okay, let's move on to our next slides, which is on the final catalyst for Anson, this part of the downtown expansion. Okay, it is about SGH Campus Master Plan. Have you heard about this? Singapore, Singapore Government Hospital, Singapore General Hospital, campus master plan. Have you heard about this? Okay, do a search on this and Google about it. You will see that there is a big plan for this part of Singapore, which is the SGH. And already SGH is the largest hospital in Singapore, but it's still going through expansion and rejuvenization, and it still wants to be better and bigger. So SGH currently has 1,785 beds, and you compare to the rest of the hospital in Singapore, it's the largest, and let me tell you, it's ranked the best hospital in Singapore in 2020. So is it true to say that, hey, you go government hospital, if you were to visit government hospital, it's actually very crowded and the service not so good? Actually, that is in the past. But right now, government hospital is actually very good. It is ranked at the best hospital in Singapore. Okay, then in the world, it is ranked number 8 in the world. SGH is ranked number 8 in the world. So these are all the other world best hospital. And Singapore is number 8. Really do us proud, man. Okay, let's move on to the location of One Bernam. How far is it from SB? Now, SGH campus. So SGH, why they call it SGH campus? I'm also quite amazed. Why do you call it just SGH? Why you call it SGH campus? So I know that in SGH campus there is a museum and there's also academy. There's also school there. So it is named as SGH campus by SGH. So it is not very far away from One Bernam. It's 0.76 kilometer. So that means about 760 meter, which is around 2 round the stadium. Okay, so that will take you about 10 minutes walk, 10 to 15 minutes walk. Okay, SGH campus master plan looks something like that. Okay, a lot of green roof, and this is the museum. Okay, it is as big as 86 soccer field. Okay, so all you guys there who play soccer and they also play soccer. 86 soccer field, a lot of space. Okay, it is 43 hectares of land space. It's big, isn't it? So SGH campus expansion is huge. 40% is dedicated to research and education. 43 hectares total land, 60% is dedicated to patient care. Okay, let's move on to the timeline of SGH campus expansion. So we know that the completion of phase 1 is 2022 and 2023. Okay, that's phase 1. Actually, these are all the hospital that is in the SGH, which is the National Cancer Center, the National Dental Center, and the Outram Community Hospital. So it's already there. It's just that it's gone through renovation and expansion. Okay. When is the last time you visited SGH? Can you remember how big that car park is? Okay, that open space plus covered car park. If I were to close my eyes and picture that car park, I think it's at least possibly more than 5 GLS site of One Bernam. Okay, just car park alone. So can you imagine so many hospitals, workers that is in these locations, and so patients and beds, of course. Okay, so they're undergoing expansion still. So that phase 1 will be completing next year and the year after. And One Bernam is actually between phase 1 and phase 2. So phase 2 in the future, they will expand on the neuroscience institution, and KK Women and Children Hospital will be here also. Well, so that is future plan. And currently all those completed is like the university is here. Okay, National Heart Center is also here. So I want to show you this because there are some effects for medical institution expansion on nearby private homes. And One Bernam is very close to SGH, so definitely you have some catalyst effect on One Bernam. Okay, let's move on to an example here that I can show you. It's a case study that we have done. We have chosen the Novena Healthcare place. And in this case, Health City Novena has quite similar attributes like SGH campus expansion, because both are medical hub with rooms for future medical facilities and development, and both medical hubs provide health services, research, and education. And also both medical hubs occupy a sizable land area. Okay, so if we do that comparison, we zoom into the Novena Healthcare City. Okay, Novena Health City. Okay, how did the phase 1 of Novena Health City Novena Master Plan affect the nearby condominiums, which is within 1 kilometer away from the Novena Health City? So over there, phase 1 is 2013 to 2022. So it's not completed yet, phase 1 for Novena. So if you have been to Novena area, which is next to Tan Tock Seng Hospital, the construction and the expansion is still going on, right? If you can see the diversion of the road, and there is, there is road work, and there's possibly a lot of partition and cranes here and crane there. So there you are. They are doing that rejuvenization of Health City Novena. And phase 2 will eventually complete in 2030. So works are still undergoing, but you're already halfway. And this is what I have to show you. The condominiums that is within 1 kilometer away from Health City Novena as follow. And I put them into the map here. You can see that it's about 1 kilometer away. It's like SGH also about 1 kilometer away, right? From One Bernam. So over here, these are all the condos. That is also about 1 kilometer away from Health City Novena. And I want to show you that when the phase 1 of LKC School of Medicine, okay, open, there are some effects to the condominium prices. So that basket of condominium that is within 1 kilometer away from Health City Novena have experienced 12% growth in 2 years. And prior to that, it actually dropped 26% in the last 4 years due to the 2013 cooling measure. So the Novena property has rebounded, okay, back in first quarter 2017. Coincidentally, that was the opening of one of the School of Medicine that is in Health City Novena. And closer to now, which is in September 2019, NCID, when it was opened in Health City Novena, price appreciation is as much as 7% in 1 year. Okay, so this shows catalyst effect when nearby hospital is open. Okay, so One Bernam, I think it will enjoy growth effect from SGH campus expansion, quite similar to Health City Novena. So far, are you with me? Okay, let's move on. I have not done with SGH campus expansion. And let me tell you what is the implication for staying near SGH or investing in property that's near to SGH. There is a lot of potential tenant. Okay, take it from me. You need tenant if you are investing in property, because you are using other people's money to pay down your installment. So you need many potential tenants. So it's very wise decisions to buy something that is near to the largest hospital in Singapore. So there are many potential tenants for you. And in fact, we take a look at the rental transaction in this part of Singapore, okay, which is District 2. More than half of the top 10 projects with high rental volume in District 2 lies within 1 kilometer away from SGH. Indeed, okay, take a look at that rental volume and the distance away from SGH. Okay, it's as close as 400 meters, 1 km, and the rest is further away. So the closer you are to the SGH, looks like the rental volume is higher. Okay, and also the average rent can also be higher. Okay, doesn't mean that the property is very new. Okay, but there again, there is good rental yield. There's also good rental volume. to stay near, within 1 kilometer away from SGH. So will One Bernam be as rentable? What do you think? Yes, I saw it in your chat group. Okay, yes, definitely yes. Okay, let's move on to a summary here. For this evening, I want to apologize to you for all the technical hiccup of breaking away and seeing me still and frozen. But there again, I'm coming to the end of my presentation. Please bear with me. Okay, live in a property that lives in the future and witness big transformation in the property that you stay in. Wouldn't that be a positive thing to do? If you take a look at what's going to happen from now till there, from 2021 all the way to 2025 and beyond, I can see a lot of things that is happening in this part of Singapore. By next year, SGH campus expansion phase 1 will be done, and Sentosa Brani will start work at the end of 2022. And when TOP comes in 2025, Circle Line 6 extension Prince Edward Road stations will be running, okay, operating. And 2025 and beyond, you know, it's awesome. SGH campus expansion phase 2, they're going to phase 2, and the CBD Whiteside development, okay, will start to go on GLS, government land sales. And the Greater Southern Waterfront CBD 3.0, okay, will be part of that Greater Southern Waterfront expansion, isn't it, for the Central Business District? So I would like to conclude tonight's sessions with a very famous quote from President John Ford Kennedy. He says that change is the law of life, and those who look only to the past or present are certain to miss the future. So, ladies and gentlemen, I have come to the end of my presentation.